Greetings, students. Welcome back to Social Studies class. I am your teacher, Miss Smith. Today we will be talking about electoral systems used in the Caribbean. There are two electoral systems that are used in the Caribbean. They are the first past the post system and the proportional representation electoral system. However, for today's class, we will be focusing on the proportional representation electoral system. In another class, we will look at the first past the post system. Before we start, I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. And if you are stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. Turn on that notification bell that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified immediately. Now, what is an electoral system? An electoral system is the process by which electorates, and when we talk about electorates, we're talking about persons who are eligible to vote in an election. They choose who or which party they want to represent them. What is a proportional representational system? The proportional representation electoral system is a system in which parties gain seats in parliament in proportion to the number of votes cast for them. At the end of the election, the party with the highest percentage of votes gets to form the government and gets the highest percentage of seats in parliament. Which Caribbean country uses this electoral system? This electoral system is used in Guyana. In this system, the entire country is treated as a single constituency, and electorates vote for a party rather than a candidate. Now, there is one national voters list with the names of electors who are eligible to vote. Parties contesting the election prepares a list of their candidates. Each candidate is given a ranking based on their position in the party. For example, Party A submits their list to the Guyana Electoral Commission, right? The ranking on the list are, at number 1 is Cat Brown, he's the president. Number 2, Roy Juice, is the vice president. Number 3, Mary Pencil, she's a secretary. Number 4, Jim Cup is a treasurer, and the list continues. So if there are 30 candidates vying for a position in Party A, you know that at the bottom of the list, there would be the newcomers to the party, right? Then all parties contesting the election gets a chance to be a part of the government based on the percentage of votes cast for the party. I hope you are following me. It must be noted that Guyana has a unicameral legislature. This means that the Parliament of Guyana only has one house, and that is a National Assembly. Most of the countries that uses the first past the post system, they have two houses in Parliament, and we call that the bicameral legislature. But for Guyana, they only have one house, which is the National Assembly. Alright, for those of you who are still not getting it, let us be practical now. Alright, it's election day, and the voters are out in their numbers going to the polling station to cast a vote for their party of their choice. Each voter is given a ballot with the names of all the parties contesting the election on it for them to choose the party of their choice. Each voter only has one vote. It's the end of the day now, right? And the polling station are closed. The votes are counted. The election results are out. Do you want to know the results of the election? Let us go. All right. Let us say that there are 60 members in Parliament. So parties are contesting the election to be a part of that 60, right? So 4 parties contested the election. Party A, B, C, and D. Party A got 50% of the vote, meaning that 50% of the voters voted for Party A. Party B got 15% of the vote. 15% of the voters voted for Party B. Party C got 20% of the vote. 20% of the voters voted for Party C. Party D got 10% of the vote, meaning that 10% of the voters voted for Party D. Now, if Party A got 50% of the vote, that means that they are entitled to 50% of the seats in Parliament. Now, how do they decide which or how many candidates they are going to put in Parliament, right? The first thing we need to know is that if Party A gets 50% of the votes, they are entitled to 50% of the seats in Parliament. They will have to choose 30 members from the party list to sit in Parliament. Why 30 members? 50% of 60, and 60, as I said before, is the number of seats that are available in Parliament, right? So we only need 60 persons in Parliament. So 50% of 60 is equal to 30. So Party A is going to choose the top 30 members on their party list that will be a part of the Parliament. And this is very simple because they would have already done their ranking of their members on the party list, so they know who the top 30 members would be. All right. Party B got 15% of the vote, right? So Party B is entitled to 15% of the seats in Parliament. They will have to choose 9 members from their party list to sit in Parliament. Why 9 members? They got 15% of the vote, and 15% of 60, which is the amount of seats that are there in the Parliament, is equal to 9. So the top 9 members on the party list will be a part of the Parliament. Party C got 20% of the vote. So they are entitled to 20% of the seats in Parliament. They will have to choose 12 members from their party list to sit in Parliament. How do I get the 12 members? They got 20% of the vote, and Parliament is only consisted of 60 persons. So 20% of 60 is equal to 12. So Party C can only choose 12 persons to be a part of the Parliament. So they are going to choose their top 12 members based on the party list. Party D gets 10% of the vote. So they are entitled to 10% of the seats in Parliament. They will have to choose dash members from the party list to sit in Parliament. You are going to work out this one for me. 10% of 60 is equal. So the top dash members on the party list will be selected to be a part of the Parliament, right? So I hope you guys are understanding the proportional representation electoral system. Now, every system has its advantages and its disadvantages. What are some of the advantages of the proportional representational system? The first advantage is popular votes. It is argued that proportional representation gives a true reflection of popular votes, right? This is undoubtedly true because the vote of every member of this system is counted and reflected in the results of elections. It is unlike an absolute majority where only the candidate with the highest vote wins, thus letting only the majority to rule. In countries where proportional representation is practiced, every political group rules according to the votes they get from the people. Secondly, equitable representation. The system provides representation for all interest groups in a community. It makes sure that every group in the society gets the leader they want thus promoting popular participation. Democratic in nature. Proportional representation is democratic in nature. It is a more democratic system of election because everybody is allowed to participate in the system. This emphasizes leadership by the people, government by the people, government for the people. Now, what are the disadvantages of the proportional representation electoral system? Some disadvantages of this system are, it is very complicated. One of the major drawbacks of this system is that it is too confusing. Proportional representation is a complicated form of election. Sometimes it is difficult to understand the structure of this kind of system because all the groups in the society are led by different people or political parties. Since voters have no choice of who their representatives in the legislature will be, they may be saddened with ones who may have a history of poor performance in the past. This weakens the relationship between the electorate and their representatives in the legislature, leading to disappointment. Alright, so I hope you are understanding, or you have a better understanding of what the proportional representation electoral system is. To recap, remember, seats are allocated in Parliament based on the proportion of votes that each party receive. The entire country is treated as a single constituency, right? So people vote for a party and not a candidate. If you have any questions relating to this topic, you can leave a comment and I will respond from there. Look out for another lesson on the first past the post system. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Turn on your notification bell that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified immediately.